Hold on, wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. Gotta make sure everybody's gonna tune in and gonna watch. Just bear with me here. Bear with me here. Give me 2 seconds here. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Give me 2 seconds here. Gotta take care of a few things. And I'm very unprepared, very unprepared. All right. Okay, we're good. Anthony Hairywaters in the booth. Ladies and gents, I hope everybody's staying safe, staying cool, out of the way of the coronavirus. I hope everybody's washing their hands. Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you wear your gloves and your face masks. And make sure you have your hands sanitizers. And make sure you do everything that you need to do to make sure that you're safe. To make sure that you're cool. Make sure you drink a whole lot of water too, because water's good for you. My mama told me that. Anyway, tonight, it's not much to talk about, but I do want to deliver a few things as far as information about ASW Philly itself is concerned. As of right now, as you can see, we are all quarantined. We are all quarantined, and I'm sure you heard it 1,000 times, and you'll probably hear it 100 times more. We will not be able to go outside until April 30th. But right now, it's looking like that it might be a little later than that, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to be real. Anthony Hairywaters is going to be real with y'all. It might end in the middle of May. To be completely honest, quarantine might end in the middle of May, but we're shooting for April 30th or sooner. That's what we're shooting for. Now, on to business. ASW Philly right now, as we all know, was under quarantine, and that our original date for Temptation was supposed to be April 13th, if I'm not mistaken. And right now, it is we are unsure. Right now, we're it's in the works of a date. We're in the works of getting a new date due to the coronavirus, and right now we can't even pick a date. I'm sure because of the whole coronavirus, and we don't know when it will end. So right now we're hoping that it ends in late April, early May. So if Hairywaters got to sit back and think, we might get our Temptations and our season premiere roll in the middle of May. Just to be completely honest with you, just to be safe. It's better to be safe than sorry. Let me say it one more time, because that's beautiful. It's better to be safe than sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm sure you all seen by the title, you already know who my guest is tonight, so please jot down all the questions that you would like to ask. said superstar, and I have questions of my own, and I will pick out the best questions that are in the comments along with my best questions, and I will ask Mr. Scorpio. Now, let's continue on with other news that I have to deliver as far as ASW Philly itself is concerned. I don't know if anybody's seen the video that was posted by the boss, the big man of ASW Philly. He posted a video. He posted a video up introducing himself and presenting information that we all were waiting for and all were looking for and that we all anticipated. He basically stated that the reason that we are not having temptations at on April 13th is because of the whole quarantine and it's getting worse and etc. And I'm sure everybody doesn't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as the U.S. is concerned, Pennsylvania is second on that coronavirus list, and I think New York is first. I believe, and it doesn't really matter who's third, but we are second. And that's a pretty big deal to everybody in the backyard wrestling world, because we wrestle outside, and sometimes we wrestle inside, but sometimes the effect of outside can affect the inside, if that makes any sense to any of you that are listening to me right now. But the point is, we're just awaiting the word, and we're just awaiting the time that we can go outside and we can enjoy life again, and we can do what we need to do, and people like Ghost and people like Angelus and people like Scorpio and Saint and Supernatural and Gangster X all want to get back out there, get back at the ridge, go to H2O and perform and do what we do best. That's what we're waiting for. So, like I said, I hope everybody is staying safe. Washing your hands, and you'll hear it 100 times from the great Anthony Hairywaters. You'll hear it a 1,000 times from anybody else, or the government. You'll hear from anybody else. It's crucial that everybody here understands that you need to wash your hands. You wear your masks and your hand sanitizers and everything that you need. Okay. Everything that you need to stay safe, because this is a pandemic, ladies and gentlemen. This is a pandemic. This is serious. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that I've been waiting for, because I've been wanting to talk to this man for a very, very long time, and I got a couple of questions about things that he did over the season. We're gonna go way back in time. We're gonna hop in the time machine, the time machine, and we're gonna talk about old things like the madness and coming from damn, I can't even say HSW to ASW and doing all the things that that nobody really would expect him to do. We're gonna talk about all that and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm gonna introduce to you. Let me get him on the line real quick. Let me introduce to you Mr. Scorpio, former King of the Coliseum. Scorpio, you there? How you doing tonight? How you doing? How you feeling?
It's going.
All right, I understand that. I got a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, sure. That's right.
Alrighty. So here's the first question for you. First of all, how's life? How's life? How's quarantine going for you?
You know, it's a struggle. You know, dealing with kids and stuff, but I manage.
I understand that. Now, let's. I would like to go back in time with you a bit. I'm sure you remember the early days of your career in in ASW Philly. Would you like to tell me about how that was and how hard was it to adapt to such an aggressive environment such as ASW Philly?
It was a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I had to overcome. Not knowing what ASW brought to my situation, and it was pretty tough. It was pretty tough. You know, had to jump through some hurdles, hop, skip, do whatever I needed to do. But eventually, I got there, and now I am who I am today.
Okay, that's amazing to hear. Now I got another question for you. When you won the OMG title for the very first time, what was it like? What was your mind like? How did your schedule change after that? Like how did your mindset change? Did you feel like you had a target on your back like most champions do?
Of course, of course. Let me tell you, first off, as far as the feeling, it was surreal. You know, I'm thinking I got disqualified because, was stumping and then went stop, and then the next thing you know, I'm getting handed the belt. It's a very unreeling feeling. And then, as soon as I got it, I had got to the mindset of now I had to step my game up because now I'm somewhat of a face. I'm out there, right? Everybody notices me. Everybody knows who I am. I'm going up against the legendary Thor. That's that's not an easy task. Every match that I've been in with him, it was grueling. But he made me see that it's more to it when you're at the top versus just coming in and trying to be the best at everything.
Yeah, that's I feel like in all my years of commentary, I can say from a legendary commentator's point of view
Slow
that
down, slow down, slow down.
very true.
You
Thank
gotta
you.
breathe when you talking, brother.
Alrighty then. As a legendary commentary myself, I feel as though from this point of view, it's being a champion. It's a very different experience. As far as like the levels of championships, you know what I mean? Like the World Heavyweight Championship, it's like you got champions on champions from all directions coming at you. And you got the OMG title. You don't got as many champions as many people, but you still got people, you know. And you got the International Championship. It's like it's not that many people. It's a certain division just at your neck. And then the ASW Philly Championship would be right under the World Championship. I just lined it up wrong. But that's my view on the whole thing. But here's the next question. In all your years of being in ASW Philly and being I can say one of the hardest hitting superstars I've seen in my time of commentary. What's your favorite match? What is your favorite match that you've either seen and or performed in?
Okay, so as far as seeing, I gotta say the first match I ever saw in ASW, which was ATG versus Thor. That was my favorite match because it brought a little bit of realism to my livelihood of wrestling. It showed me that you know there's guys out here that's like me, but they got passion, they got drive, and that match right there is somewhat what drove me to push forward and to continue to do what I do and at least try to perfect what I can before my time is done.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the match that I performed in, it's definitely um, my favorite match has got to be me versus Exodus Jones. that first match between me and him really boosted my career and really put my name on the map. And I gotta give credit to him because he pushed, he really pushed. So hats off to Exodus Jones for pushing me and helping me with my career and boosting it up.
That's I couldn't have heard any better answer. Now, speaking of superstars that you faced, what's a dream opponent for you coming into 2020's season?
You know, I've had my eye on a very particular superstar coming back to ASW. He called me out a few years ago. I never really got my chance to get at him. My dream match right now is Scorp versus Brian Ace.
Oh, that would be a clinic. Goddamn it! I would love to see that match. That match to me would I would lose my voice with that match. I have another question. With the guys that you faced, you said you faced guys like Exodus Jones. You faced guys like Thor. You faced hard hitters. You know. Speaking of hard hitters, there's a hard hitter in particular that always catches my eye, and his name is the Enforcer. And you faced him a couple of times, and I wanted to know, in your mind, how did you mentally prepare for that match? How did you prepare for that match, knowing that you were going to face such a juggernaut like the Enforcer?
I brought him down to my side. Sometimes you can't think of him as a massive opponent who topples over you or who's bigger than you. No, to me, he's just a regular human being. If anything, he's more of a bitch. But that's just my personal little opinion. Excuse my language. But all he was and all he is to me is a man who can get beat. Enforcer, no, he enforces nothing to me.
Okay, all right. So, I have another question. Where do you see yourself within the next 2 to 3 years? Do you see yourself as the top star, one of the top stars in ASW Philly? Do you feel like you are going to be in a different position as far as talent wanting to face you? Because in most cases, you don't have to be a champion for people to want to face you and get at your neck and constantly calling you out. So do you feel like you would be at a point where uh you would be a world heavyweight champion, or you would just be at a point where a lot of people, if not the entire backyard wrestling community, wants to face you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, I see myself as the top champion in the next 2 to 3 years because I know I have the drive, the build, the stamina. I have all. I have the guts. I have the grit. I have it. I have to have it. And nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to get in my way to reaching my goal. Put an obstacle in front of me, I'm going to get right over it. And I'm going to keep climbing, clawing until that one day you're going to see my hand raised in the air. New ASW World, champion, all that.
All right. Now, here's the last and final question for you. there's a lot of people in the backyard wrestling community. And there's a lot of people that are doing a lot of big things and a lot of big names. And there's a lot of people that are pulling a lot of numbers as far as views and as far as putting asses in seats. Now, what arena do you dream of performing? Is it FDR or is it H2O?
I want to say H2O. Yeah, I definitely want to go there.
Ah, I see. H2O. Oh, um, it's interesting. It's a lot of people that want to perform at H2O. Okay, so here's the last question, because now I'm thinking a bit. Here's the last question. Now that you would love to perform and be at H2O. Now, let's say we get that arena, right? Paint you a picture. We're at H2O. Anybody in backyard wrestling, anybody in the backyard wrestling community. You could say Brian Ace again if you like, or you could say somebody else, but anybody in the backyard wrestling community, who would you like to face at the H2O Wrestling Center?
Another dream opponent of mine. Yes, Brian Ace is on the list, but the number one person would have to be ATG. Yeah,
Wow.
he like I said, when him and Thor went at it, they showed me a different side of wrestling, and I want to get a chance to really go toe to toe with one of my favorite wrestlers, and I want to show him that I can hang with the top guys.
Okay. All right. That's, like I said, beautifully worded. I couldn't have said it any better myself. I wouldn't have heard any better answer than that one right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to thank Scorpio for being on the show here tonight. Scorpio, I would like to thank you for being on the show here tonight and
Thank you
blessing
for
us
having me. Thank you.
with your time and your patience of my stuttering and my stupid questions. Thank you. I
Listen, let me tell you something.
appreciate you.
All you gotta do is breathe and slow down. You'll be all right.
All right, thank. I will see you in 2020. I will see you this season. I cannot wait to commentate over one of your matches.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
No, anytime, any damn time. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the former OMG Fighting Champion. That was Scorpio. Now, but before we get off and before I get out the booth and I head home, I would like to say to everybody, thank you for tuning in. The podcast is almost, I believe it's 3 years. Did we hit spring yet? We hit spring. We hit spring. Uh, I don't know the exact date of the Hairywaters podcast, but we're 3 years old now. We're 3 years old, and we're rolling in deep. We're still going. We're still moving. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in every time. Every time I get on here and talk some BS and say whatever, and I just want to put it out there. I just want to throw it out there that yours truly, the Anthony Hairywaters, is commentator of the year. I just wanted to throw that out there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening with the Anthony Hairywaters, and I will be back next week with another guest. Hey, you can inbox me some people you would like to have on the show. I am willing to expand my horizons. So hell, if you want, you can inbox me a SCW superstar's name that's been at ASW if you would like. Hell, I wouldn't even mind if you inbox me Sean Bruiser's name. I would not mind, but ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I love y'all. Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you stay safe out here while we're in this quarantine coronavirus season or whatever you want to call it. I appreciate you. Have a nice night. Mwah. I love y'all.